Hello figure enthusiasts and welcome to Scaled Affairs, where I will take a closer look on scale figures, price figures and Nendoroids alike. Today's figure is Twilight Sparkle from the Bishoujo series of manufacturer Kotobukiya. She was released in August 2019, 3 months after Pinkie Pie, and until late 2020 Kotobukiya will fulfill the attempt to release all main 6 ponies as humanized figures. Twilight Sparkle comes in a reasonable sized window box. I didn't counter check the size against Pinkie Pie's box, but since the basic layout of all the 6 figures is and will be pretty similar, I wouldn't be surprised if they also use the same box design for each of them. When unboxing, you will notice that the figure already lies completely assembled in the blister, so you can take her right out of the box, remove the protective plastic foils and put her on a shelf or in a showcase. When doing so, you will need an approximately height of 22 centimeters, since her exact height from the bottom of the base is about 20.5 centimeters. Also, on the left side, I summarized some of the figure's key details. Since the pony characters are now my first experience with Koto's long-running Bishoujo series, where they reimagine various characters all across anime, games and western comics, and since their price tag has also a far lower entry point compared to other scale figure releases, which prices usually range in the 4-digit yen area, I was curious about the overall quality of those figures. Of course, I can't speak for the entire lineup, but in my opinion the paint job and the surface feel of Twilight, as well as Pinkie Pie, has a very price toyish appearance, meaning that the plastic is a lot softer and the figure seems to be very robust, but also lacks significant details. You can tell that a lot of thought went into the design, as well as the illustrations done by famous illustrator Yamashita Shunya, who is responsible for all the character art behind Koto's Bishoujo series. But when it comes to production value, you can clearly see why this is a release that constantly sells for less than $100. One of my main gripes I have with Twilight, but also the series as a whole, is that her human form as well as the pony figure is permanently glued to the base. I know this is a very easy way to give a figure a safe and solid stand, but for me as a figure photographer, this is simply a no-go. Sadly, I've come across this practice more and more frequently, so to all the figure manufacturers out there, can you please not do this? Also, I've noticed that my purple base that is sprinkled with Twilight's cutie mark is slightly bent upwards, and therefore it does wobble when I'm touching the base. Since Twilight is the intellectual leader of the group, of course she is depicted as some kind of Tudor. I found her outfit very appropriate and a good mix between school uniform and class teacher. Also, I do like the color palette and that all of the colors are so vibrant but still remain flat. The only glossy parts are her slippers and the glasses. They even inserted real lenses into that tiny frame, but instead of a black I would have preferred a dark purple or dark blue like her shoes, so that the glasses won't be the only pitch black part of this figure. In her left hand, Twilight is holding the Elements of Harmony book from the series, and even if they did a great job sculpting and painting the actual pages, the binder and especially the print on the cover falls flat. I know it's a little nod to the animated series, but it wouldn't have bothered me if they left it out completely rather than do it poorly. Besides, Twilight is also the only one of the 6 figures that comes with a key item from the show. Her facial expression is a lot softer and friendlier than I thought it would be after seeing her drafts. As for Twilight's expression as a pony, I don't know, something feels off. Maybe it are those sculpted eyelashes or that the white highlights in her eyes are far too big. So if you are a brony, even after the series officially concluded, and if you can overlook that Kotobukiya is being late to the party by at least 5 years, the MLB Bishoujo line might be worth a look. Although I don't know who they are exactly aiming for. I heard that some die-hard fans don't care about the humanized form that much and found the looks of the actual ponies a bit off-putting, and pure figure collectors or anime fans might not care that much about My Little Pony to invest 400 to 500 euros in order to get the complete set. But it's definitely an honor for the show and their fandom to be included in a lineup that almost exclusively features characters from much older and high acclaimed IPs. Also, it goes without saying that the quality of this figure is miles beyond of Hasbro's original licensed merchandise for the show, especially that from the early days. Next time, I will take a closer look on Taito's original Shifuku version of Hatsune Miku. Until then, take care and keep collecting those gorgeous figures.